right, hi everybody. Thank you for coming. It's a great turnout. I want to thank Casa Maria for hosting. This is a great spot to have this event. My name is Ed Hendel, and I'm one of the founders of Our Water Tucson. And so today I just want to tell you a little bit about our mission and how you can help.
And what groups do you represent, bro?
Me personally?
Yeah, like DSA, right?
Well, I'm a member of DSA, Democratic Socialists of America, the Citizens Water Advisory Committee, the Community Water Coalition of Southern Arizona, and a few others.
Right on.
So, yeah, I want to tell you what we're about and how you can help. So, just a little background first. So, many of you know, Tucson gets most of its water from the Colorado River. But the Colorado River is starting to dry up because of drought and climate change. Recent studies show that we're going to have to reduce our usage of that water by up to 40% by the year 2050. And so it's really important that we protect our water supply and don't spread it too thin. But despite that, right now, the city of Tucson charges the same amount for water that goes to people outside city limits, such as the Catalina foothills or new developments way out in the desert, as we do for people inside the city of Tucson. Despite the fact that those developments do not contribute to city tax revenue, and they're often more expensive to serve. Like in the case of the Catalina foothills, you have to pump the water uphill, and fighting gravity is very expensive. So they're not paying their fair share, but right now they pay the same price. So this is where the idea of differential water rates comes in. The idea is to basically charge extra for people who live outside the city limits to make up for that. Now every city in Arizona, except for Tucson, already has differential water rates. And you might be wondering, why don't we do this? Well, the answer is decades of pressure from real estate developers who massively profit from the status quo. Right now, we're essentially subsidizing...
Yeah, tell them.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're essentially subsidizing the profits of these developers. We're subsidizing sprawl way out into the desert. They bulldoze the desert, our beautiful Sonoran desert that we all love. They go bulldoze it, they build houses out there, they sell it for millions, and that's it. They don't have to pay extra for that. That hurts us, and it's time for that to stop. We cannot afford to continue giving away our most precious resource for so little.
Amen, brother. Amen. Yeah.
Thank you. So that's where Our Water Tucson comes in. This is the organization that I co-founded, and it started very small and has grown quite a bit. We'll be talking about that later. But basically, it's a coalition that demands a 40% differential water rate to try to help address these issues. It's a great way to rein in sprawl and protect our beautiful environment and take back power from the real estate developers. But it's also much more than just that. It's also a way to promote economic justice. And how do we do that? It's by using the revenue from the differential rates to help working families who have been struggling during the pandemic and the recession that need our help so much. And so here's what the Our Water Tucson platform calls for. We're calling for all of the revenue from the differential rates to be used for three things. One, canceling existing water bill debt.
Yeah, right on.
There's currently 15,000 families in Tucson that have, or in the whole area, not just inside city limits, that have water bill debt. It's really putting a lot of people through a lot of problems, and we can just wipe that out very easily by implementing differential rates and using the revenue for that. So that's one thing. Another is expanding the low-income assistance program. We need to not just cancel debt, but lower future water bills for low-income families in Tucson so that we don't get a problem like this again in the future.
Yep.
We also need to expand eligibility for the low-income assistance program so that it includes renters, because right now, only homeowners can use it, which is ridiculous because a lot of low-income families can't afford to buy a house, obviously. So, that's a ridiculous policy. It's time to change that. And we need to make sure that the new rates for low-income families outside city limits are fully offset so that low-income rural families are not harmed by this policy. we want to ask the rich folks in the foothills and developers to start paying their fair share. This is not about raising rates on rural families.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So that's and then the third thing is investing in climate resiliency. At the beginning I mentioned we're in a drought, we've got climate change. We do have some programs already in Tucson that exist that are fighting, addressing climate resiliency, but they need way more funding, and this would be a great way to get that funding. So that's our platform. I'm proud to say that right now we have 17 endorsements from different political organizations and small businesses and city council candidates, some of whom are here today. And so we're very excited. Okay, yeah. So actually I'm going to go ahead and mention all of the organizations that have endorsed us. This is a growing coalition. We started with just a few people, and now if you add up all the numbers, if you add up the membership from all the groups that have endorsed, it's over 1,000 people. So this is really growing. Very exciting. So I'm just going to read them off, and I'm so grateful to every single one of these groups. So Casa Maria, obviously.